Now guys, if you think this is the biggest meatball you've ever seen in your life, just wait. We're at a restaurant called Tungklung Kajak. That's kind of symbolizes how big this restaurant is. And Kajak means elephant, which symbolizes how big the dishes are here. So, breakfast, let's do it. This place, you get your own rice, so let's go do that. Unlimited rice. Got a bunch of dishes, really excited. First dish that came to the table, sauté gordon, and gordon means fried. So this is like the wonderful fried meats that I found so enduring in Indonesia. Gotta say, I mean, this isn't really elephant size. I was expecting, you know, a massive pile of food. So sauté gordon, it comes with a little bit of cabbage, some veggies, chilies, onions. I love how it's such a nice mixture of fatty and lean meats. And I love how saucy this is. So when you get a lot of rice and you get some nice saucy dishes, that's a fantastic combo. That's delicious, especially with the really spicy little chilies on the side. That was a fatty piece. Look how well the sauce is mingling with the rice. Just flavoring it perfectly. The sauce is a little sweet, savory, it's earthy. It's getting along great with the rice. And that's what I like to see. Food's, you know, just getting along, having a good time together. Actually, I'm really glad to give you unlimited rice because this type of food, it needs a lot of rice. The meat is almost like a jerky consistency. It's extremely chewy. That's why I appreciate the pieces of the meat with the fat. That kind of provides it a bit of a melty flavor. This is tongsam, a really popular dish, and I'm really sensing a trend here. All the dishes here, same spicy chilies. Looks like goat meat and curry. And this meat, the difference is it's not fried. Oh, it's good. Not really fragrant curry. The meat texture is so much less dense than the fried meat. You can taste more of the lamb flavor, but you don't really taste in any of these dishes the gaminess of the mutton. Curry, a little bit sweet. The spicy chilies definitely balances that out. I think with every bite, you kind of need one of these little chilies. Otherwise, I feel like the dishes might lean a little too sweet. For me, I love rice, and I love any dishes that go so well with rice. And these absolutely do. This is tongklin. It's different pieces of goat. I see here some ribs. It's the spine of the goat. It's supposed to be a mix of spices that's also cooked with coconut milk, and it really would enrich the flavor of the goat meat itself. And as you guys know, the most flavorful meats reside by the bone, so this is gonna be as flavorful as you can get. This thing looks like it was roasted. I'm gonna taste tons of spices on this thing. This meat, it takes some gnawing. You gotta not be afraid to kind of clean the bone with your teeth. This looks like the spinal cord. And in Chinese cooking, this is a very popular part of the goat because again, the meat is touching the bones and you get a lot of this very thin, delicate meat that's right inside all the crevices of the bone. You can see the spices, some chilies on here. And for some reason, I taste ginger. I don't know if that's because it was from my last dish or not, but it's a little gingery. The meat is fried so that the outside is slightly crispy. The inside, look at this. You get a lot of these little pieces of meat. You're not gonna get a ton of meat off these bones. They're just so good. You kind of just wanna suck on like every single inch of this bone. Because the bone itself, a lot of flavor in here as well. It's a tasty, fun breakfast. I'm gonna give you a little bit of chili with this as well. That's the perfect blend of chilies and citrus. Beautifully pairs with this meat because it is kind of oily and that spice. That's gonna help you keep on eating. That's my type of breakfast. Now this is the saucier version of the tongklong, and I think it's the same sauce as my previous couple dishes. So it's fried and then covered in this sauce. The sauce is very peppery, pretty sweet. I don't love how sweet it is. I feel like a little too sweet for my taste, but this dish will do very well with my rice. The meat I feel in this dish is not as tender as the last one. It's actually quite chewy. Even with the sauce, the flavor is good. But I prefer the original one much more. This is just by far a superior dish. But overall, the food is good. I feel like it's not as good as what I had in Jakarta. Like I said, a little overly sweet. The meat is not as tender as I would have liked. Still a solid restaurant. I just feel like I've had better somewhere else. Anyway, this is my meal before we go to the temple, and also the massive meatball, which is coming later today. So I'm gonna eat up. We're gonna go take a look at the temple, and then we're gonna take on that massive meatball. Finally here at Ratu Sari, it's almost dinner time, definitely getting hungry. Let me show you the meatballs. There it is, it's like a solar system. Let's go see how this thing is made. She's the owner of this establishment. Thank you so much for having us.
Welcome.
And this is the giant meatball. How big is that, Tika?
30 kilograms.
30 kilograms.
Yeah.
That's over 60 pounds.
Yes.
That's a big meatball. How long did it take to cook?
5 p.m.
5 a.m.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
So it takes 12 hours to cook? Oh my, it's so crazy because he's stirring the meatball.
Yeah.
And the meatball is just the mass of it. It's just moving the tidal wave of soup around this pot. As much as I love anything, but it's also sort of a dream come true. Because a lot of times I have something delicious, you know? I said, wow, I wish it could be just giant so I could just keep eating it.
We have a challenge for this meatball.
You have a challenge?
Yeah.
What kind of challenge?
We have 1 kilo.
And I think it's over 2 pounds. My math is really bad. It is 15 minutes?
Yes, 15 minutes.
I could do that.
You can do that?
I think so. Here we go. The meatballs have arrived. We're going from the smallest to the biggest. This looks really innocent. Look at it. It's innocent little meatball. I could just gobble it up. One biter, a little bit of soup. So harmless. This is a little more substantial. Maybe about the size of a little fist. Still a couple bites. Not too scary. This looks like an appetizer portion. Much bigger. It's a softball size. Still manageable. Next one might make you pee your pants a little bit. I don't think there's a ball on this planet that could adequately compare to this size.
Oh, you must be tired lifting that.
Now guys, if you think this is the biggest meatball you've ever seen in your life, just wait. This is the 30K meatball. Just want you guys to keep that in mind. 30K meatball, over 60 pounds. This ain't nothing compared to the mother, father, godfather of all meatballs in all the world, the 45K meatball. Over 90 pounds of pure meat and eggs and spices. This terrifies me. This thing feeds over 1,000 people. Not only is it massive, it actually smells good. And compared to everything else, here we go. Here's a good comparison. Here is all the meatballs together. This is like the earth and the sun. Those of you who are really good at astrology, this is probably not the most exact model, but to me, that's us, that's the sun. I mean, I can feel the bigger meatball holding the smaller meatball right now. So I knew, you know, obviously, meatballs go really good with pasta or noodles. This is a massive plate of rice, noodles, and ramen. And a regular knife is not gonna be able to cut a meatball. You need like a little sword and a pitchfork. Of all the great mighty meatballs in the sky. Maybe it's kind of ironic that it was cloudy today, you know? Cloudy meatballs. I am a bit overwhelmed, so it's kind of like I'm on a date with Halle Berry right now. I don't know how to act. All I know is everything looks beautiful, and I really want to be part of their lives. If you guys think I'm not putting enough noodles, I'm about to do a food challenge later, so spare me a little bit. And I'm gonna eat this tiny meatball, because it's just adorable. That is a flavorful broth. Really, really peppery. I think there's a lot of white pepper in here. It definitely goes great with the noodles. That's perfect. Need some heat. The 5-spout hot sauce. I feel like if the regular hot sauce bottle is a water gun, this is a Super Soaker 5000. Heck yeah, with the spice. The noodle is actually really al dente. Perfect. Excellent noodles, excellent broth. And now let's mix in this little meatball. That's a beefy meatball. The meatball is spicy on its own, a little peppery. Again, beautiful clean beef flavor. And this meatball is called Bakso, and it's a beef meatball, of course, and there's inside, like I said, there's some peppers. There's a little bit of crunchiness inside as well. I can see some of the tendon in here, some of the yojing, the tendon, and that's a great part of the beef. This is the part that's a little more chewy, it's a little more gelatinous. I'm crunching on the tendon and the cartilage of the meatball. It's different than any other beef meatball I've ever had. Usually beef meatball, they're very chewy, they're very springy. Although it's dense, extremely bouncy and juicy. Add some more chili to that meatball. That thing is gonna bounce even higher. All right, now that I tasted the little meatball, we're gonna do a little operation. Well, I'm gonna show you guys what's in the Gigantor 45-kilo meatball. I'm so curious to see what's in here because you know there's some goodies in here. There are so many things that I see in the middle of this meatball that I absolutely adore. First of all, I see a ton of, look at this. Look at all the chili that's in here. This is mostly fatty beef meat in the middle. And I don't think we reached the bottom yet. Oh! I accidentally stabbed an egg. The egg looked like it was fried first, so almost like a Scotch egg covered in chilies. This is like the earth. It's got multiple layers to it. Once we crack the surface, look at this. This is like a marvel of food engineering. Tons of meats. I see garlic, I smell garlic. Bunch of eggs. There's 100 eggs in here. Have you guys ever seen a beef meatball lay an egg? Have you seen it lay 100 eggs? Well, this one has all that in here. And I was just told there's 10 kilos of sliced beef in here. Gosh, I promise you, not kidding one bit, that's delicious. It's not just fatty beef, it's beef tendon, cartilage. That flavor is so incredible. Inside this massive planetary meatball, it's just soaked in chilies. Red chili oil, marinating everything, invading every single morsel of this meat. Something this gigantic, most people might not think it tastes good, but it's delicious. You can also get this in not so spicy, but I don't recommend it. You should get it as spicy as you can. Spice level, I think for me, 8 out of 10. Really, really spicy. Definitely my kind of beef. But alas, I gotta say goodbye to this giant meatball because I still have a food challenge coming up. So I'm gonna go try to take down 1 kilogram of meatball after I already ate a bunch already. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm ready because this thing, it raised up my appetite. This is the prettiest restaurant seat I've ever sat on. I mean, just look around this beautiful, authentic Japanese hut. You got cowbells on the walls. It's just gorgeous. I wasn't planning on it, but I guess I'm doing the 1K meatball challenge. 1K is about 2.2 pounds. This is not a cop-out. I promise you guys, I'm not that hungry right now. We just ate a few hours ago. I ate a lot because I didn't think I was gonna eat till 6 p.m. It's about 4 p.m. right now. But I'm gonna psych up and battle it out because I ain't gonna let a small meatball get the best of me. A bigger meatball. Bring on the big meatball. You sure this is 1 kg? He's smirking, I don't know. This is a lot bigger than I thought. 15 minutes on the clock. Here we go. The meatball is good. On the outside is very dense. The soup does help a little bit. You kind of just gotta wash it down. This thing looked like such a small, harmless meatball before. This meatball caught me off guard. I mean, 2 pounds of food is not much. I could do 2 pounds of food pretty easily.
Oh no, the sneeze of bonus. The sneeze of death for me.
This is called food arrogance right here. It's not looking good. Still got over half a meatball to go. I'm gonna battle to the end though. Ah, this meatball caught me by surprise. My competitor is well-rounded. It's a little slippery. and I failed. But at least it was a delicious journey and a delicious challenge. I know I could have done better, so next time I'm gonna be prepared and I'll be back to face this meatball again. But today was a meatball-filled, awesome, fun day. It was delicious, intimidating, awesome, all at the same time. So thank you to the restaurant, Bakso, Klenger, Ratu, Sari for having me. It was such a fantastic meatball experience. I wish I knew this challenger was waiting for me when I got here. But again, next time I'll be more prepared. And guys, if you want to check out the restaurant, the information is listed for you in my description box below. And I am definitely clingering right now, so I think I'm ready to be wheeled out of here. Luckily, I'm in this thing. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, I'll see you later.